Express concern over the retrogression of the country's investment drive. We can now speak with an investment banker, William Mensah, on what our investment drive situation looks like. I'm grateful for your time, Mr. William. How serious is the fact that investors are folding up because of our economic situation?
Okay, so I wouldn't say that investments are folding up necessarily. I think what is happening is there is quite a little bit of uncertainty in the market. We are all aware that with our intention of joining the IMF, there has to be a debt sustainability plan. The speculations as to what that plan would entail has led to a situation where investors are a little uncertain. As you may be aware, over the last 4 weeks, government has fallen short of meeting its target for treasury bill auctions. Now, that also is a sign that people are not too sure where to put their money. If I buy the government security today, what is going to happen with the debt sustainability? Is my tenure going to be extended? I wanted to get my money 91 days. Is it going to be said that your money would only be paid to you a year or 2 years from now? So it is the uncertainty on the market that is leading to a situation where the volume and activity on the investment space we are seeing is not what would be desirable under normal market conditions.
Is it a hopeless situation? Can we ever get out of this?
No, it's not a hopeless situation at all. I think that a lot of countries have been in situations like this, and even in Ghana, we have had some tough times before. We are hopeful, or we've heard from government circles that at least by the end of this year, we are going to have a staff level agreement with IMF. Once that is done, I think some kind of certainty will come back into the market. But ultimately, it is the details on what government's debt sustainability plan will entail that will bring the kind of peace and quiet we want in the market.
I'm sure. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Financial markets are used to bad news. Markets can handle bad news if they know the extent of the bad news they are dealing with. But it is when we don't know, that is where the problem is, because you cannot even price it in. So as long as we know what exactly we are dealing with, I think things will go back to some form of normalcy.
I believe you've been following the conversation about the vice president's name being dragged into a conversation that all you need is to pay $200,000 to be able to invest in this country. Is that what goes on? I mean, is that what you have to face as an investor, and the reason we are not having more of them coming in?
No, not at all. Well, so I don't know too much about what's going on and all the talks and all that. I've seen things on social media and all that, but I don't think that is the case. So investors come into this country for various purposes. I think that if you need some politician in your investment drive, it will rather be where you want to make a direct investment. So maybe you want to set up a refinery, you want to something that will require some government intervention. But if you are coming into the market to buy financial instruments, you don't need any politician. And we've had a lot of investors coming into the country. I mean, if I compare the level of foreign investments in our markets to when I started my life as an investment banker in 2003, I mean, you cannot compare the two. So there are a lot of foreign investors in the market. So I don't think, from where I sit, investing in financial instruments, politicians play much of the role. It is rather how we manage the economy that plays a role, and not the direct influence of the politician.
I'm grateful for your time. William Mensah, he's an investment banker, and he's been explaining why we may not be having more investors, but he says it's not a hopeless situation. Now, promoters